Et salut à tous, c'est Nico pour une nouvelle vidéo et un nouveau live sur The Console. The Console, c'est quoi comme jeu? C'est un jeu que j'ai quand même assez joué. En fait, c'est un jeu fait par un petit groupe. Donc, nous allons jouer le rôle, le personnage de ce fameux homme qui ressemble à un rat, mais c'est cet homme que nous allons jouer. Nous allons jouer dans sa peau. Euh, avec un peu l'histoire. Vous allez le comprendre très vite, mais on est à la recherche de notre mère. Et on se retrouve dans un manoir car nous étions invités. Voilà. Donc, on se retrouve dans un manoir, on mène des enquêtes. Et je vais pas en dire plus, je vais vous laisser place à la découverte. Donc, j'étais rendu quand même assez loin dans le jeu. Mais on va commencer une nouvelle sauvegarde. Ça, c'est pas moi. D'ailleurs, est-ce que je le supprime? Ouais, j'ai supprimé la sauvegarde. Bon, nouvelle partie. Option. Audio et sous-titres. Voilà. Ça me semble plutôt correct. Crazy, non. Épisode. Comme vous voyez, j'ai tous les épisodes. Donc, voilà. Nous autres, on va commencer au prologue. Donc, c'est parti les amis! En espérant que ce let's play vous plaira d'ailleurs. En France, Paris, le 10 décembre 1792.
Stop! You're not getting anywhere with this, Von Borchert.
No, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not
Rien.
a sound.
Pas un bruit.
No one's coming to save you.
That's what you
Ah,
think.
comme c'est triste!
The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk. You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back.
Youpi!
Where have you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into. Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Non.
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational. And open. I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Borchert! Von Borchert! Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero? Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this. Trust me.
Faire confiance.
Please, be my guest, Mother.
L'animation est un petit peu mal faite,
Louis.
mais c'est pas
You
grave.
reacted perfectly.
How do you feel, Mother?
Couldn't be better. He's alive, so I can question him after we get back. Pity he's just a middleman. Means I haven't finished with this case.
Oh, I had a feeling you'd be running off on one of your adventures again, Mother. You know what? I'm warning you. This time, I'm coming with you.
No, even though you impress me more and more, I have to do this on my own.
Mother, you're no spring chicken anymore.
Let's go home. And don't forget to send our men to tend to Von Borchert.
Je vais pas trop commenter cette série. Je vais pas énormément parler pendant les cinématiques, mais c'est normal, hein, vu que eux ils parlent. Vous savez lire, donc voilà. Vous savez ce qui en vient. Il y a beaucoup de cinématiques étant donné que c'est un jeu scénarisé. Un mois plus tard, le 20 janvier 1793. Île de Lord Mortimer, au large des côtes anglaises. Focus, Home Interactive and Cyanide Present. Un jeu de Big Bad Wolf Studio.
Well done, Mother. You just had to pick up Von Burchart's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
The Conside. Episode 1, The Maid One.
The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think
Contrary
about
to
it.
what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Holm.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Holm, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Lord Mortimer asked me to join him.
Mortimer.
We have some business to take care of.
Oh, how mysterious. You adapt quickly, my son. You get along here like a fish in water. Would you believe that we are all here hoping to solve our personal issues? You'll see.
Right. I doubt that you came here to look for your mother, Your Eminence.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island, and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
Yeah. Renvoie la question à la
And you,
duchesse.
Duchess? You seem to be quite accustomed to things here. Am I right?
I do not think that one can ever get accustomed to what Lord Mortimer prepares for his guests. But you are right. This is not the first time I've been on this wharf.
If you've come back again, I imagine you must find it to be of some interest.
Here, everything is possible if you make the right choices. It really is up to you whether you leave better off or not.
Please excuse me if you find me overly curious, young man. I did not mean to cause you any embarrassment. Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A
Monsieur de
duchess?
Richet.
I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Are you all right?
Crise d'épilepsie. La vision du futur.
Shit, your hand!
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah, no one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah, don't! No. No! You can run if you want to, Sarah,
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum.
Hugh,
Ah, y a du chocolat qui sort du
Are
nez.
you all right? What's going on? Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's getting late. Why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes! I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
I definitely have to find Mother quickly.
Am I going crazy or what? This can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake? I
Bon.
absolutely need to find you, Mother.
Donc, il y a énormément de choses à fouiller ici. Ben, dans ce jeu-là, qu'est-ce qui est important, c'est vraiment trouver le moindre indice que nous pourrions avoir. Que nous avons la possibilité d'avoir. Donc, faut pas prendre de chance. On va tout fouiller. Qu'est-ce qu'on peut. Bien sûr. Il y a toujours rien, rien. Toum. Toum, 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 toum. Monter vers le manoir. Mais ici, je suis sûr qu'on peut. Hmm. Ok, j'imagine qu'il faut que j'y parle là-bas. Ok.
Louis, during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Donc, on a des classes. Oui, dans ce jeu, nous avons des classes. J'aime beaucoup ce fait-là. Parce que ça ne nous empêche pas d'avoir des capacités de d'autres classes, sauf que nous allons avoir tout débloqué de base sur ceux-là qu'on veut choisir. disons que ça va être avantageux. Donc, le diplomate brille en société, orateur de talent, il sait éviter les faux pas et impose ses idées sans froisser ses interlocuteurs. La politique est son domaine de prédilection. Occultiste. L'occultiste est maître des faux semblants, convaincu de l'importance du savoir. Il a accumulé de riches connaissances en sciences et en arts. Utiliser les autres pour arriver à ses fins ne lui pose aucun problème. Et détective. Le détective excelle en investigation. Il est entraîné à remarquer le moindre des détails, tant dans l'arrivolement que chez ses interlocuteurs. Homme de terrain, il n'a pas peur des approches directes. Moi, je vous avoue que dans la game précédente, dans le game que j'avais fait, j'étais détective. Là, je suis en train de me demander si ce serait pas mieux diplomate. Mais occultiste aussi, c'est intéressant. Les trois sont importantes dans le jeu, je vous le garantis. Le diplomate va permettre d'avoir, justement, de parler plus avec à peu près tout le monde. Tandis que l'occultiste, ça va permettre de voir, de connaître les renseignements et etc. qui vont se trouver dans le manoir. Le détective va me permettre de remarquer approximativement tout ce qui se passe. Donc les réactions justement des collègues qu'il va y avoir, ou trouver des trucs un petit peu plus des codes secrets. C'est un choix quand même assez difficile à faire. Étant donné que je sais c'est quoi détective, je me dirais allons-y pour la sécurité, prenons détective. Mais en même temps, je dirais qu'au début du jeu, détective c'est meilleur, diplomate en milieu, puis occultiste en fin. Mais même encore là, ça veut rien dire. Étant donné que je pense que vu que j'ai déjà utilisé le détective, je pense changer de classe. Et peut-être aller... Ça me tente pas d'être occultiste. Parce que honnêtement, ça reste que c'est mensonge. Mensonge et mensonge par-dessus mensonge. Mais en même temps... Diplomate... Non, je pense qu'on va y aller pour détective. Ça reste que... Là, ça, on voit les compétences. Interrogation, vigilance, psychologie, agilité, logique. Manipulation, occultisme, érudition, science et subterfuge. Pour ceux-là qui ne savent pas c'est quoi érudition, c'est quand on dit que nous sommes un érudit, c'est on a quand même assez de connaissances, surtout en tant que voilà, non. Connaissances, les livres, les manuels, etc. Quelqu'un qui est assez instruit. Bref. Là-dessus. Je pense que je peux le résumer comme ça. Et politique, étiquette, linguistique, conviction, diversion. Diversion, autrement dit, c'est que, admettons qu'on te pose une question, tu pourras justement changer de sujet. Diversion. Voilà. Donc, on va y aller sur détective. Comme vous voyez, ça c'est les capacités que nous aurons accès. Comme vous voyez, ici, c'est déjà débloqué. Tandis que eux, pour les débloquer, il faudra qu'on aille justement... faut qu'on active les 3 cercles ici. Pour le débloquer. Pas l'améliorer, juste le débloquer. La capacité. Tandis qu'ici, il y a l'avantage de... Voilà. Donc au pire, on peut lire toutes les capacités avant de choisir. Interrogatoire, analyser efficacement les comportements et l'apparence de vos interlocuteurs. Vigilance, remarquer les détails notables ou les éléments déplacés par rapport à leur contexte. Psychologie, lisez le comportement des gens comme un livre ouvert. Logique. Exercez votre esprit logique et vos techniques oratoires. Agilité. Utilisez vos coordinations contre l'environnement et plus rarement contre les gens. Donc, occultisme. Occultisme. Appuyez sur votre connaissance des mythes, symboles occultes et religieux, langue morte, société secrète. Manipulation. Amenez les gens à agir dans votre propre intérêt. Érudition. Profitez d'une solide culture dans le domaine de l'art, la géographie et de l'histoire. Comme je le disais, pas mal tout ce qui se trouve dans les livres. Science. Soyez au fait des connaissances scientifiques et techniques médicales. Subterfuge. Dérober discrètement des objets, forcer les serrures, en remarquer les falsifications. Voilà, et... Pour ce qui est diplomate, conviction. Persuadez vos interlocuteurs par votre détermination manifeste et votre attitude. Votre attitude. Voilà. Étiquette. Adoptez le comportement adéquat à chaque situation et formulez des flatteries ou des insultes voilées. Politique. Exercez vos compréhensions de la géopolitique, intérêts des nations et relations diplomatiques. Diversion. Détournez l'attention et changer de sujet pour éviter de répondre à certaines questions. Linguistique et traduisez toutes sortes de documents et de conversations. Donc, étant donné qu'on a tout ici niveau 1, j'aurais tendance à dire qu'on va se concentrer à débloquer une des capacités présentes qu'on ne nous avons pas. Donc, détective, débloque les compétences autrement. Vous disposez maintenant de 7 points d'effort pour utiliser vos compétences. Les points d'effort, justement, c'est, admettons, que nous aurons des actions à faire pendant tout le long de notre aventure. À chaque jour, nos points d'effort se réinitialisent. Cependant, pendant la journée, les points d'effort restent les mêmes. Donc, faire attention au nombre d'actions que vous allez faire et surtout, comme vous le voyez, coût en points d'effort réduit de 3. Donc, ça veut dire que si je me trompe pas, ça ici, tant que je suis niveau 1, ça va me coûter 5 points d'effort sur 7. Si je me trompe pas. En fait, j'ai le choix. Soit j'augmente ma psychologie, soit j'augmente un truc en diplomate. Votre passé vous octroie un point de compétence en manipulation et votre passé vous octroie un point en compétence de psychologie. C'est ici pourquoi nous avons un point dans chaque. Parce que ça c'est quand même assez intéressant. On est obligé en plus de choisir. Ah, c'est horrible. Hésitant. Je pense qu'on va y aller vraiment avec ça. C'est parti, les amis.
Well, over the last few years, I've solved a number of crime cases. Like the chauffeur d'Angers, for example. Thieves that tortured their victims with burning embers.
Charming. How did you catch them?
I told the most cowardly one that the others had given him up.
Ah, and I wager your thief suddenly started to talk.
You wouldn't believe it. He told us everything. The jobs, the stashes, the names of his partners. Couldn't shut him up.
I heard about that case, but I didn't know you were the one who solved it.
I'm flattered that the news made it across the channel. And you've got a darn good memory, Duchess.
Well, they say I have the memory of two people. But please call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Je vais être honnête. Ah, vous voyez en bas à gauche, justement, il y a des losanges. C'est les 7 petits losanges. Les points d'effort sont utilisés dessus. Et vous voyez les 4 objets, justement, à gauche. Ça va être qu'est-ce que nous pourrions récupérer tout au long de notre aventure. Et ça va donner certains bonus. Donc on va voir ça rendu là. Donc je dirais bien, je prétends que oui, sauf que ce n'est pas du tout le cas, donc
Please
je
excuse
vais
me,
être honnête.
madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
Well, I must say you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
Please stop torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
4 years ago, in London,
No. Sorry, I don't remember.
in the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
I'm so sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to the manor.
Opportunité. Vos compétences vous permettent de découvrir des détails cachés et sélectionner les éléments cohérents avec la situation pour découvrir. Les opportunités ne consomment pas de points d'effort. Il suffit d'avoir débloqué la compétence nécessaire à la situation pour y avoir accès.
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me?
Merde! J'aurais dû prendre le collier. Personnalité. Chaque interlocuteur que vous rencontrez sur l'île possède une personnalité propre qui lui rend vulnérable à certaines compétences et immunisé à d'autres. Savoir exploiter cette personnalité est crucial pour mener à bien vos projets. Les immunités rencontrées vous desserviront et vous laisseront épuisés, tandis que les vulnérabilités exploitées vous rendront un point d'effort. Retrouvez les immunités et vulnérabilités dans l'onglet Journal du menu.
Emily, please excuse my insisting, but you still haven't answered about my mother. Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Talent. Vous obtenez des talents en réalisant certaines actions. Pensez à regarder leurs conditions de déblocage et leurs effets. Ils donnent des améliorations très intéressantes. Donc, nous allons fouiller un peu. La gelée royale, voilà un des objets. Restaure 2 points d'effort. Vous ne pouvez pas en emporter plus de 5. On va retourner au début. En essayant de tout fouiller. Et je n'ai pas accès. C'est étrange. J'aurais parié que je pouvais. J'imagine que je n'ai pas la compétence... Je n'ai pas la compétence acquise pour le faire.
Must be an incredible
Oh.
view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Si, non, toujours rien. Le lieu royal encore.
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Louis Moras de Richer.
Monsieur de Richer. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richer's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
I have an appointment with Lord Mortimer. Would you be so kind as to lead me to him?
Unfortunately, sir, I cannot. I don't know exactly where my master is. But rest assured, sir, everyone is waiting for you at the manor. Sir Holm insists on welcoming you in person. Since your mother went missing, everyone has been concerned about finding her.
Who is Sir Holm?
A close friend of Lord Mortimer's. Please, rest assured, sir, it won't take us long to find your revered mother. Indeed, we are searching the quays again because lights were seen at the wharf just last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Voilà, c'est comme ici,
And
là, j'ai...
Did you find anything then?
We discovered a certain amount of damage, sir, on the wooden part of the wharf.
What type of damage?
Broken barrels, mainly. We'll do whatever is necessary to have them rapidly repaired. But quite frankly, I can't imagine what Sir's mother would have been doing with them.
What could Mother have been doing with barrels?
Nevertheless, our search of the wharf hasn't been entirely unsuccessful, though.
What do you mean?
We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richer. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here. Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
Vous voyez, comme ici, là, j'aurais pu, selon les... Vous allez me remettre le mouchoir. Ici. Et laissez-moi le mouchoir, je m'en charge.
Give me the handkerchief. I'll personally show it to Lord Mortimer.
Well,
I've traveled hard for several days in order to get here.
Yes, but...
Invited by your master.
No, of course, but...
Because my mother went missing right under your nose.
Sir, please.
And having only just arrived, you refused to give me her personal belongings?
Of course not, sir. It was never my intention to contradict, sir. Here you are. I must return now. It is still much to prepare in order to welcome all the guests.
Donc, comme on a pu voir ici, serviteur. Vulnérable à la logique et à l'interrogation. C'est intéressant. Immunité à la logique. Ça me fait une belle jambe de bois.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf?
Donc là, elle avait dit qu'il était juste sur un
been
baril.
broken for quite some time. This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough. Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean. and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder. This might just come in handy. A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Ils ont tout fouillé.
Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
Et voilà, là je peux y
Let's see
toucher.
what's hidden inside. Ah,
Cherche un indice.
one of the letters is stamped with the seal of the Order. And I recognize your handwriting anywhere, Mother. But who is this Samuel Ritter d'Auchois? Who are you writing to? I don't recognize the name. Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richet.
what is your game here, Mother? Secrets, always more secrets. You never talk to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter? And for crying out loud, who is this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing up? Think. Godoy. Manuel Godoy. Why does the name sound so familiar? Ah, it's coming back to me. Godoy is the head of the Spanish government. He was appointed by King Charles IV, if I'm not mistaken. Rumor has it that he's very close to the Queen. Too close. Much too close. But hey, that's none of my business. He has a reputation of being upright and proud, very attached to the aristocracy, and close to Louis XVI. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
Donc, ici. Manuel Godoy. Unité à l'étiquette. Donc,
Let's see what's hidden inside. Let's look. This envelope is meant for the Vatican. This name sounds familiar. Pashi. No, can't seem to place it. Probably a Dutchman. An address in Cairo, Egypt. Mortimer communicates with the whole world, apparently. It's too badly
On va essayer de
written.
trouver
I
quelque
can't
chose.
make out the address.
lol.
The address is 50 Bedford Square, London.
Merde.
A letter written in an Oriental language. I haven't the slightest idea what it says. The addressee's in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That reminds me, it's about time the Order sent some envoys there.
Bon. On va tout revérifier une deuxième fois. Pour être sûr de passer à côté de rien du tout.
lantern. Nothing special. Greek drachma, one of the rare ancient coins to be mentioned both in the Bible and in the Quran.
Donc ici, on pourra pas rentrer.
It's locked. I'll never get it open bare-handed.
Voilà, pas. Oh! J'ai un bord d'affaires.
Clearly, I'm not much for manual labor. Let's see if I can get it open another way.
Est-ce que je le fais?
There we are.
Oui! Nous avons réussi.
This looks like a pistol case, but it's empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed. Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful. This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels. Uh-huh. What have we here? It's cannon
Baril de
powder.
poudre.
It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste. Apparently, someone on this island has gone through a whole lot of trouble to arm themselves. I really must find you, dear mother, and quickly too.
Bon. J'imagine que ça va être tout.
Latin inscription. En nessis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus ergatur.
Ouf. Ça n'a rien là-dedans.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
La porte est quand même assez grande, hein? Elle a l'air lourde aussi. Il va nous foudroyer.
Impressive.
Ah, my son, I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Riche, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Durant une confrontation, vous devez franchir des étapes en vous montrant le plus convaincant possible. Les confrontations ont des conséquences sur la suite de l'histoire. N'hésitez donc pas à utiliser vos compétences. Chaque confrontation affiche une interface indiquant à quel point votre interlocuteur est convaincu.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
My mother and I belong to the same secret organization, the Golden Order, which I joined a few years ago. Mother trained me, and I assist in her research. In other words, you can trust me.
My child, you are telling a perfect stranger that you and your mother work for a secret society. It would seem that discretion is not one of your specialities, my son. You will understand that it does not encourage me to put my trust in you.
Et merde.
Shit! All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Only you know that, Your Eminence. If you're asking me if you can trust me, or if I can keep a secret, I would answer yes, absolutely.
I understand.
In truth, it all depends on the nature of the contents of your letter.
It is a list of names.
This list must be of extreme importance.
Ah, if only you knew. It's a list of people that your mother must help. Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Pour la dernière étape d'une confrontation, vous devez convaincre votre interlocuteur avec une réponse positive. Si vous donnez une mauvaise réponse, cette étape se répétera jusqu'à ce que vous donniez une bonne et que vous soyez au cours de maladresse. La dernière étape d'une confrontation se répétera si vous échouez.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good. Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur de Ricci. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Voilà, qu'est-ce que je disais. Tout explorer. Donc, nous allons commencer par... voilà.
Saturn devouring his son. Good God, how awful. Everything in this painting is disturbing. It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes.
Ouais,
like
âme
this.
sensible, s'abstenir.
Crucifixion of St. Peter. He was crucified upside down, out of humility. Surprising for an entrance hall. Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms. Blind Oedipus. Blinded himself. What a tragic destiny.
Triste. Croix de Malte. La croix de Malte octroie l'effet d'acte exalté. Vous percevez temporairement les immunités et vulnérabilités affectant les choix de dialogue lors des conversions. Vous ne pouvez pas en porter plus que 5.
Fall of the Damned by Rubens. The man who cannot achieve the salvation of God the Father is offered to fall into the depths of the abyss.
Ok, les deux portes sont barrées. Sont fermées. Cela est bien triste.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Manuscrits permettent de s'instruire au cours de l'aventure. À chaque début de quête, vous pourrez choisir vos lectures et gagner ainsi un point de compétence permanent.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Maurras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything
Ah, vous
yet.
voyez le collier?
Generally, when Lord Mortimer
Ça veut dire
organizes
qu'il
one of his
fait partie de
receptions,
l'ordre
there are over a
d'Orly.
dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Richet's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Lord Mortimer asked me to drop everything and come find my mother, who seems to have disappeared during her stay here.
Ah.
I took the first boat, and here I am.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, sir. It's not your fault.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Good Lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order.
Et voilà.
It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
Mon Dieu, qui
He's
ridé.
asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Hésitant, n'est-ce pas? Restez écouter Washington, découvrir le lien entre Holm et ma mère.
Let's see
Restez
what
écouter Washington.
has to say. Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the Order in the United States.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
And you, Emily, what do you think of my mother?
I only know her through the Order. The one time we met, we only exchanged a few words in a corridor of Parliament.
And was the exchange courteous or impassioned?
I'm not sure if I understand.
Was there any reason for her to be angry with you?
Under other circumstances, I would slap your face for even asking, but I'll put your lack of tact down to her disappearance. Know that your mother is a woman I would love to work with. Her reputation is entirely deserved. Mr. Washington will be able to tell you more.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother. Where did you first meet her?
I met Sarah during the War of Independence on American soil. She was introduced to me by a mutual acquaintance, and I must say that her sound advice prevented me from making some terrible mistakes. She may not be a soldier, but believe me, she deserves a statue as much as Lafayette does.
Well, I didn't see that one coming. There's no doubt Mother has many secrets that are still hidden.
Right.
Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about? So, my mother was with... during the American Revolution. Did you talk about politics?
Yes. In spite of her young age, she defended our cause with enthusiasm.
Did she go to the front line like your famous gunner, Molly Pitcher?
Yes, in a way.
The role given to women in your war was a great step forward.
Louis, I am impressed. Few people know about the legend of Molly, so you don't know the true story. Molly Pitcher is a character invented by Sarah. She persuaded me to use a heroic female figure, an American Joan of Arc, if you will. It enabled us to gain a few thousand extra fighters, and it was all thanks to your mother.
I didn't know that. Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
Mother still is at the head of the Golden Order. I find it difficult to believe that she came to this island without notifying the other members.
As for myself, I did not know. I am here at the request of Sir Holm, a situation regarding the Crown of England to resolve, and to see what Lord Mortimer has to propose to us.
As for me, Lord Mortimer asked me here to speak about the future of America. I did not know that your mother would even be among us. In any case, no one has yet mentioned associating the Order.
We haven't found many clues yet.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Careful, they're coming back.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Just mentioning Elizabeth totally changed Washington's attitude. Looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
Washington looks surprised, but Holm doesn't seem to see it. I wonder if he's being polite or if he really doesn't see his discomfort.
On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Donc, je suis épuisé, comme nous pouvons le voir en haut à gauche, ce qui fait que je ne peux pas utiliser mon dernier point. Donc, j'ai 2 points. J'ai utilisé toutes les gelées que j'avais.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess,
Mais ça sert à rien
the
vu qu'on
same
s'en va se
rooms
coucher.
as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow. Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right. Where is my room?
Oh, on va commencer par fouiller les chambres.
Duchess
Donc-
Emily Hillsborough.
Sur les tables, il doit bien y avoir quelque chose. Ne dites pas qu'il n'y a rien. Pièce de collection.
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte.
Oh 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 oh, Napoléon Bonaparte. Yeah.
Monsieur Jacques Perru.
Jacques Pirru. Ici, il n'y a rien. Non. Il y a un coffre, non.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
Cool, je m'en souviendrai. Donc c'est celui qui ressemble à une
Decorum
goutte.
guide.
Et on peut pas voir au travers des fenêtres. Intéressant. Autre chose. Il y a une croix de Malte. Un nouvel étage. Et ici, on ne sait pas, c'est rien écrit. Alors,
Monsieur Johann van Vulner.
pas rencontré encore non plus. Et donc... Plancher crack. Ça c'est pas ma chambre. Alors que
President
celle-là,
George
celle-là.
Washington.
Non pas. George Washington. Attends. Non, on peut pas y aller. Triste. Ça non plus, on peut pas y aller.
Great. Honey.
Là, c'est chez moi. Non plus.
Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Le cardinal. Voilà.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Laissez la lettre fermée.
Damn. Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so... Too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother. Wow! Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
C'est quoi? Je vois rien. Mhm.
Inferno by
Je vais attendre
Dante.
avant d'agir.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Non, va-t'en pas te coucher dessus. Ah. Je n'ai pas récupéré le livre sur le quai. Le livre. Donc, nous avons eu 4 points. Manipulation. Intéressant, mais... J'ai le goût de subterfuge en même temps, mais linguistique. Je vais y aller sur linguistique. Quoique. Je sais pas si on peut faire des... si on peut mettre nos points plus tard. Ben, pendant la journée. Toutes les compétences sont quand même importantes, donc c'est difficile de choisir. Linguistique, subterfuge, érudit. Ah, ah. C'est vraiment un choix. Conviction. Quand même assez intéressant. C'est très intéressant même. Persuadez vous êtes l'auteur par votre détermination à manifester une attitude. Mais en même temps... Psychologie. Vigilance, interrogatoire. Ah, je pense que je vais y aller pour ça. Allez! Un point en psychologie. Un point en conviction. Allez, let's go. Un point en conviction. Là, il est à la place du garde.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durishay can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of Dorichet's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Napoléon.
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this? Come, take a seat, my friend.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
Ok, c'est vraiment what the fuck.
I'm coming.
Dear Monsieur de Rich, dear Monsieur de Rich, dear Monsieur de Rich.
Oui, oui, ça sera pas là. Ta gueule. C'est moche.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
Oui,
No, not
Nope.
in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
Elizabeth Adams. Home introduced her to us.
Yes. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Ah. Ah.
Count on me, sir.
Allez.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me. According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry. Louis, you're straying from your objective.
Ah, je me suis trompé de côté. Triste. Ça c'est la
Duke
chambre 2.
Manuel Godoy.
Ah, Godot. Oh, on va aller dans le salon.
My son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in the small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary government. You should do something, my son.
You're right. That sounds like it might be bad. Good lord, that's all I needed. How am I supposed to keep Adams busy now? Do you know if the man is armed?
No, I don't. I barely saw him.
If this thing starts to sound serious, call the servants for help.
I certainly will. Thank you, my son.
Désolé
May
du
God
son.
watch over you.
Je suis en train de me frotter l'œil. J'ai un petit mal d'œil.
Who do you think you are?
Chemin utile, il existe plusieurs chemins pour atteindre votre objectif. Il peut être bon de réfléchir avant de vous engager sur la première voie que vous trouverez.
Give me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell is going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it, what should I do?
You filthy whore!
I apologize. Have mercy. Please have mercy. No! No!
I apologize. Nah, nah, nah. Mercy, have mercy. Nah, nah, nah. Where's that smart mouth now? I'll teach you a little respect. Huh?
My mother told me often enough. Sometimes the end does justify the means. I'd hoped I wouldn't have to apply that rule, but...
Ah, c'est vraiment chacun, mais j'ai comme...
Given the mess, talking's not gonna help anything.
J'aurais dû augmenter la manipulation. Ah.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Yes, I found out many things.
Good.
Did Elizabeth give you any trouble?
Elizabeth? No.
Well, you could have mentioned she was with a raving maniac, huh?
What do you mean?
She was with a Frenchman. He was about to beat her when I arrived.
What the devil are you talking about?
I thought he was gonna kill the poor girl.
Did you intervene?
I did what was necessary to give you enough time to search her room.
Good work, my friend. I knew that I could count on you.
So tell me, did you find any information?
Oh, yes. What I found is likely to upset you.
What do you mean by that?
Elizabeth is indeed the daughter of John Adams.
Why pass her off as dead?
I found her medical file. It appears that for many years, your mother was her personal doctor. From what I read, she behaved more like a butcher than a doctor.
What are you talking about? I'm not a child. What's going on here?
John believed that his daughter was possessed. He appealed to your mother to save her, but the treatment she inflicted on the poor child... My God.
Look, stop beating around the bush. What exactly did she do to her?
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
My mother got her hands dirty for the common good, so don't be too quick to judge her.
For the common good? We're talking about the vivisection of a child. Of tattooing her from head to foot with a red-hot iron.
Stop this.
For her 5th birthday, she inflicted the stigmata of Christ on her. And for her 10th birthday, a hysterectomy. What kind of gift is that for a child?
My mother's not a monster.
I do not doubt that your mother meant well. But the techniques described in the file, it is pure torture.
Please. I need some time alone.
I have seen some horrors in my time. But if what is written in these damned documents is true, be brave, my boy.
Bref, Donc ma mère s'est amusée à torturer les gens. Moi je me retrouve ici donc. Ah merde. Non 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 non. Ok, non, ça fait juste ça à l'infini, ok? J'ai rien dit de bord. Donc on va continuer à fouiller un petit peu. S'il n'y a pas quelque chose. Non. Il n'y a plus rien. Non, je ne regrette rien. Bon. Retournez vous coucher. Non. Si je ne veux pas.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
It could have been worse. Let's say that Miss Adams will remember it for a couple of days.
What? Did you not intervene?
Of course not. What did you want me to do? That thug could have snapped me in half in 2 seconds.
So, you prefer to let that fragile young lady take a beating rather than risk getting slapped around a bit yourself? Mr. Derice, your mother would not have been proud of you.
Listen, next time it happens, join me instead of hiding behind the door. If you're gonna talk big, back it up.
You should be ashamed. I will pray for your soul, my son. My son, I have another problem. I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Here it is.
Thank you, my son. Ah, I see that it's still sealed. I was right to put my trust in you, Luis. Give me 1 second, please. I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please, be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
Yup. Donc, voilà.
I'm exhausted. I better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
Ne m'en voulez pas parce que je n'ai pas réagi. Donc. Donc, je mets 2 en psychologie. Ici et ici. Comme ça, la prochaine nuit qu'on va passer, je vais augmenter ma logique.
Alright. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I'd better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
Ah, ben la voilà justement. Et voilà. Logique augmentée, normalement. Et Logique, psychologie. Pardonnez-moi. Donc.
Writing material. From what I see, no ink's ever been used on this quill. The smell reminds me of something. It smells like lemon. That's odd. Last Judgment. Why do I always get the most terrifying room?
Ouais. Bon.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present.
Nothing. The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance.
Bon, on va aller voir qu'est-ce qu'il y a sur le balcon. À notre droite, un livre. Eau de milice. L'eau de milice octroie l'effet de concentrer. Votre prochaine utilisation de compétence est gratuite. Vous ne pouvez pas en apporter plus que 5. C'est quand même assez haut.
Priest's robe, crosses. Must be Piaggi's room. Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
Attends, je vais attendre. Pas encore fini. Si je peux pas.
Saint Francis of Assisi, in Exodus, Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son. Oh, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round. A Voyage Around the World, the travelogue of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother? Found it. A faint sign of the Order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room. The paper's rougher around the writing. The paper's moist here. Very light stain, barely visible. And the smell reminds me of something. Come on, Louis, think. Think. Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She applied a liquid to the book. She must have used the writing materials. The quill has been used, but not with regular ink. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message? The message is illegible. I have to keep searching.
Peut-être avec ça. Venez de trouver un fragment d'ambre.
Amber crystals.
Ok.
Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice strong coffee though.
Ah oui, descendre. Mais ce sur le livre.
There's a circle around the lock here. Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it. There's a note. Effects of Sœur de Richer, to be given to her son, Louis. I should probably take it. All right. I've retrieved everything.
J'entends du monde marcher. Et je pense que j'ai peur que les cendres fassent disparaître le jus de citron. Donc ça rend juste illisible. J'en reviendrai une autre journée. Juste pour être sûr. Je peux pas. Merde, mais je veux pas essayer la cendre, j'ai peur. Peut-être que ce serait dans ce coffre-là, sauf que... Aha!
Ah, secret writing. Many people use this method for their secret correspondences. Light
C'est ça que je me disais.
ink appears. Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Aha! It's working! The heat reveals the message. Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. After that, she adds, beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected soldier. And that's its weakness. What is my mother trying to tell me? Since you've gone to so much trouble, you must not have only found something important, but you must have also felt like you were in great danger. Now I'd better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical. I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Ah, c'est pas ça que je voulais. Voilà.
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests. Might be better to take a different stairway.
That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision.
ça va faire bientôt 2 heures que le live est commencé. Ça se pas long, je regarde des...
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Holmes.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
I'm sorry. I should have stopped him from beating you.
What's done is done. It was my fault, not yours.
Don't say that. It's never the victim's fault. Look at your eye.
My eye's nothing. Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer, but she seems to have gone missing. So I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you.
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No. I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated. And next you're gonna tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait. There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
Elizabeth, confiding in me might ease your burden. Let me relieve you of some of your suffering.
Relieve you?
Like,
Do you
no!
even hear yourself? Do you really think that by confiding in my torturer's son, I will be healed as if by magic? That it will bring my smile back, or let me sleep at night? Look, you don't seem like a bad person, and I'm sorry you have to find out your mother's true colors like this. But I'm not going to pity you. Everybody has their cross to bear. I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they?
C'est ça, son frère, son frère, ça, son frère, ça, son frère, son frère. C'est
Don't
ça,
you
son
have
frère,
a
son
brother?
frère.
I have 3, but not one of them has bothered to help me. Charles and Thomas were kept away from me to make sure I wouldn't upset them. As for John, the only time he visited me was to make me swear to never publicly compromise his career.
Sorry, I didn't know.
You're an only son, right?
Does it show?
If you had a brother or sister, you'd know the way blood ties are unbreakable. Except in my family, unfortunately. I've got nothing more to say to you. Figure it out yourself.
Triste. J'aurais dû activer ça, afficher immunité, vulnérabilité.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service, day and night, sir.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
L'élixir d'or. L'eau de mélisse, la croix de Malte. L'élixir d'or.
You wouldn't have a little golden elixir I could use, would you?
Oh, unfortunately, sir, I have orders not to give any of that medicine to any of Lord Mortimer's guests. Some guests are here to follow a very strict treatment. Mixing or combining certain substances would be dangerous for sir.
I still haven't quite recovered after that boat crossing. Would you happen to have any devil's thorn by any chance?
I am sorry, sir, but the devil's thorn may be just a plant, but it is also a powerful psychotropic drug that causes undesirable diuretic effects. I would advise against sir taking any.
A little Carmelite water would do me a lot of good. Could you find me some, please?
Oh, the tonics are under lock and key, sir. Lord Mortimer only allows access to them in cases of emergency.
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir, and I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Y a rien qui a marché, c'est quand même triste.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
I'm not sure if I understand. Where did you find it?
Peru looks totally out of place here.
Don't trouble yourself.
He's counting the 10 sets of cutlery around each plate? The man is completely lost.
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the king's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Show us your teeth.
Ok.
A Prussian-Britannic coalition is not good for France. The last time we fought against them, our empire went up in smoke.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mentioning that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
Oh, monsieur. You must be joking.
Show us your teeth.
My lord, I only know the prestige of your name. Might I have the honor of getting to know you a little better?
You are Monsieur
Louis Moras de Richet.
de Richet. De Richet. A name with a nobiliary particle. Are you descended from a noble line?
The presence of a particle does not necessarily mean a person belongs to the nobility, nor does it prevent the observance of the rules of etiquette, Monsieur Van Bonner.
J'ai aucune gelée. J'ai plus de gelée.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
He's certainly well connected and in high places.
Surprising. No one appears to know him.
No one knows me, and yet here I am.
Quite so.
Monsieur de Richet, it would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
That's right. Sierra can do wonders.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about that.
Son anglais est
But I must
très...
validate the deal urgently if I want to
Très
be able
magnifique.
to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
Oh.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannons.
I've only just taken over the affair. The agreement will be considered null and void until we've gone through it together. Is that clear?
All right, you seem to know what you're doing. I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
It's time for Girondins and Montagnards to come together at last and give rise to a republic worthy of all the spilled blood. Both parties must put an end to their petty quarrels for the good of all.
You must be joking, my friend. Neither side will ever accept the advice of the other. It's simply a lost cause.
The revolution was a good thing, but it gave birth to a monster. We must overthrow the new system in place.
Ah,
Voilà.
you are right.
Ah,
Monsieur de Richet,
Ah, le stress.
I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering...
Oh mon dieu. Ouais. C'est parce que le problème, c'est que plus de jet royal, plus d'eau de milice. Que va-t-on faire? Que va-t-on faire?
you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the Revolution in France. Monsieur Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
Yes!
My friends,
Conversation
I
réussie.
would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington.
Washington is a very gifted speaker. Leave him for 5 minutes with sworn enemies and he'll convince them to be friends for life.
Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Avant de parler à du monde, faudrait que je... Ok, ouais. Yes. Donc, vigilance. Ici. l'étiquette. Ça c'est politique. Ils sont tous les deux faits, donc. Ouais. Qu'est-ce que je fais? Qu'est-ce que je fais? Je pense que je vais diminuer un petit peu ça. Occultisme. Je pense que je vais mettre un point dans occultisme. Ouais, let's go.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Donc, politique. Donc, moi je pense que ça va être parfait. Je pense pour... ça fait quand même 2 heures que le live est là. Qui est commencé. Donc, ouais, sur ces belles magnifiques vues que nous avons, je pense qu'on va s'arrêter là. Donc, moi je vous dis... à la prochaine, c'était Course de Conseil, l'épisode 1 bien sûr. Donc je vous dis à la prochaine.